So I got something new in today, and I think a lot of you are going to be happy to see it. Today we're going to be installing the Source JL Wrangler seat covers. Many of you will remember the leather seat covers that we installed a little while ago, and if you remember the install video, they don't quite fit right. Now with these, I don't necessarily know what to expect. They had great reviews on Amazon. I think they were rated at 4.2 stars with a lot of reviews, and the actual pictures that the customers had uploaded look pretty good. Well, right off, the packaging for these is way beyond what I'm used to for actual seat covers. This is pretty neat. Well, let's open it up and see what they're really like. So this is actually the brand name of the company. I know I've probably butchered the name, but you can tell right there. And it's actually got a seat cover installation manual, which could be pretty handy. I've found out from past experiences, they're not as easy as you'd think. So pulling them out here, they're pretty heavy duty. I've got to say that right off. Now for the actual material itself, it seems extremely heavy duty. And the stitching looks really nice, and it's even got the perforated leather, so that looks extremely high quality. Not only that, but these seats are actually waterproof. Now it's a Fox leather material, so it is a simulated leather, but the quality itself feels really good, just my initial thoughts. And it's a pretty luxury styling, so I think it's gonna match the 392 extremely well. I am extremely excited to see the fitment, but just the initial look, it seems like all of the dimensions are pretty nice, and it's even got a little tag on the back right here, kind of like how cat skin does. Now you can see the zips on the side, so that'll definitely help us get it on, make sure it's on securely. So that's one of the front seats. Here's another one of the front seats. Some more headrests. Looks like a bottom piece for the back. Of course, remember for the 21, it's got that split seat with the armrest as well. Then it looks like the front seats, the bottoms. And then this looks like a back seat bottom. I guess this is a piece of the back seat. And then the bigger piece of the back seat, because you can tell it's got that part right here for our fold down section. So let's go ahead and rip the old stuff out, that way we can get this new stuff in there. Well, the seat covers that we took off may have not fit the best, but they definitely serve their purpose. As you guys can tell right here, the seats are absolutely flawless. So I've got two sections organized for what I need to put in the back and what I need to put in the front. And we're gonna start with the headrest with a little bit of help. So for the headrest, it's actually pretty easy. If you just look at the way that they're actually stitched from the factory, you can basically just go off of that and put these on. Now they've got this awesome Velcro strap where you basically just pull this around it tight, and then you basically just grab the Velcro and you tuck it, pull it tight first, and then just tuck it in right here as far up as you can. Just tighten the back side right there, and it looks pretty good. Don't put chalk on my seats. Now for this initial section, I'm kind of confused, but I'll assume that we're just going to be able to snap around right here to hold that tight. We shall see here shortly. Well, we got that side. And now we'll just loop these straps up in the front. Now for the ones up front, I'm gonna imagine that we need to use the zipper towards the inside. So this is the passenger seat. This zipper is gonna be facing the driver, and that's how I'm gonna go with it for now. And then we've got some straps on the bottom, but I'd imagine we'll go over just like this. And then we're going to use these on the bottom for these little hook points. And there's actually 3 of these on the bottom. So should be an extra snug fit. And now these have just got to break in a little bit. You can see it's got a little bit of extra cushion right here where it hasn't been broken in. So now the front passenger seat is in, and you guys can tell it's actually a really nice fit. So this does have some space in it right here right now, simply because it hasn't been broken in yet. It will take a little bit of time for it to actually stretch over and fill in right there. Nice and secure, not going anywhere. And whenever you look at it from the side, it actually covers almost 100% of it. Still got to stretch down a little bit right here, but it looks perfect from the sides, as you guys can tell there. And just like that, I've got the driver's side on as well. And after just sitting in it for, I mean, literally a few seconds, it sends that back part down quite a bit. So I'm sure after a little bit of use, you won't be able to notice that little hump, especially after they heat up a little bit. But just looking at the front seats so far for initial quality, it's pretty darn impressive. I really like the comfort on them, and just the fact that they're actually waterproof, which we will definitely test out. None of the seat back here is exposed like it was with the last ones. You still have the functionality of the mat pocket in the back, and the only place you can see the zipper, as you can tell, is right there. And it's pretty well hidden. And the flap is just like the factory style. So it all comes together really well. Now let's try to go ahead and throw together the back pieces. Now for the back, hopefully it's as straightforward as the front. You can tell here, the first piece we're actually going to be installing is the 2-seat piece for the bottom. And as you can tell, we've got 3 straps for the bottom here on this first piece, and it'll just lap around the bottom. And that is it for that part. Now we'll move on to the top piece. I had almost messed up there. I was already messing with all this stuff, but you do need to pull all of this through your actual seat belt right here before you get started on any of this mess, because otherwise your seat belt is going to be tucked away behind the seat cover. Then you've just got one strap on this side that you need to anchor down. Now we can move on to the bottom piece. Well, I have got the front and rear seats all in. I'm not gonna lie, the hardest part of this entire process was getting the center console for the back all put together. Whenever they say everything will be covered, literally everything top to bottom, front and back, all the way around on these is going to be covered. And it's absolutely impressive. Whenever I got done with the back, I opened up one more package. It even had a center console cover added in. So honestly, guys, this has just been absolutely insane. Top to bottom, everything is covered on the seats. Anything with leather on it is covered, which is pretty awesome. And you can see the fit on it is absolutely amazing. It is bulging out a little bit right here. Obviously, after we sit in the seats just a little bit, all that will go away. But if you haven't noticed already, it is pitch black outside. Now, typically, I'll record my videos on Sunday morning and post them in the middle of the day. But tomorrow, of course, I have to work, and I'm going to pick up something about an hour away. So it's going to take up about 2 hours of my morning. It is something for the next video on Wednesday. So I'm actually going to wait until the morning, pull this thing out, show you guys the interior in the light. That way you can see it all and really get a good look at it in the daylight. It's going to be awesome, and hopefully it'll settle a little bit as well, since we basically just unpackaged it and put it all together. So now with the seats all installed and they've had a little bit of time to sit in, get in their place, you guys can tell they look absolutely amazing. So in terms of coverage, it literally covers just about every single piece of these seats, and the fitment is pretty impressive. Now, for the price of these only being under $200 for the entire kit, I'm more than impressed. Like I say, the biggest issue I had was that center console piece. It's actually covered all the way around, even the inside, the bottom piece, and that piece right there, and it just seems like maybe it bunches up a little bit too much material, but it definitely still works, and it's 100% covered. Then the back looks completely flush on the front seats, and you can see the bottom lip on the headrest covers. I mean, it is just fully covered all the way around. Now I've got a link in the description down below if you guys do want to go check these out. They're at a great price right now. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next. But for now, we're on to pick up something for the next video. Until then, Godspeed. And just like that, we're already putting these things to use. Guess what these are going on?